Hi everyone, I'm Michaela from FCHS in Somerset County, and today we're going to be making spinach quesadillas. So I really like this recipe, one, because it's Hispanic Heritage Month, so we're hoping to give you guys some fun recipes you guys can try out in September that kind of honor that. And I also like this because I feel like quesadillas are a pretty big comfort food. I know that's always my favorite when I just really want some cheese and don't feel like turning on my oven. I usually make a quesadilla. And over the years, I've learned some ways to make it a little bit healthier because there's a lot of stuff in there that we don't necessarily need to have. So I start by adding a lot of vegetables. So that's why we're going to go with the spinach one today. So we're going to make the filling first. I'm going to turn on my stove here and just do a little bit of olive oil instead of butter. I need a little bit more. All right. Then I'm going to add my spinach. Lots of spinach. Right. Do that. So we have spinach and onions today. I used the Spanish onion, but green onions are fine. If you guys like red onions, that's fine. It's really just a matter of taste. You can also put in some tomatoes. I'm only cooking for myself today, as you can see from my kitchen, and I'm not really a tomato fan, so I skipped that one. But the tomatoes are good. Sometimes I'll add some peppers in here just to get that some extra vitamin C and all those other really good things. But today we'll just go with our spinach and our onions. We'll keep it nice and simple. Keep the video on the shorter end. Alright, so now that my spinach is wilting a bit, I'm going to add my onions. Okay. Cook those in there. My dog is joining me on the floor today. He's got to have 2 onion pieces while I was chopping everything. He didn't learn from the first one that he doesn't really like onions, so when I dropped the second one, he ate that one too. You would think he would stop hanging out by my feet, but here we are. So he's looking for more scraps. He likes quesadilla day. Alright, then I'm going to add in some lemon juice here. Give it some flavor, some extra liquid. And then we'll put in our spices next. Just making sure all my spinach cooks evenly. Okay, so we have cumin and garlic powder today for this. Okay, so just give it some spice. You can also go without the spices. Depends on your taste. You can add in some more. We like to get creative. Then you're just going to mix that all together. You still want your spinach to be a little bit crispy, so you can take it off the heat early, or whatever type of spinach texture you enjoy. I like mine a little bit on the crispier side myself, so I'm going to take it off the heat here to add in my cheese. But if you like yours wilted, you would just leave it on a little longer. Alright, then I'm going to add in a Mexican blend here, but you can use cheddar jack, just cheddar, whatever cheese you like. Going to mix that. And then there's also some ricotta cheese to kind of add in the filling. Both my cheeses, I picked low fat of the Mexican blend, and I have no fat of my ricotta cheese, just to keep it a little bit on the healthier side. It does take out some of that fat content, and then we do get those good parts of the cheese, the protein in there, the calcium, without having to worry about the calories from the added fat. So I'm adding in my ricotta. I'm just going to mix everything well. And then we'll fill our tortillas with this mixture. Make sure it's nice and blended first. If you don't like big leaves of spinach, you can always chop it beforehand. Then it won't be in the full leaves. Okay. I'm just going to move my skillet back here. I'm going to run over the second pan. Hopefully you guys can still see this okay. I'm going to grab, first I'm going to put in some olive oil. instead of frying things in butter, we'll add a little extra bit of that. Make our tortilla nice and crispy. Spread it all on there. Gonna put my heat back on. I love my cast iron pans until they're too big and I need to at one time. Alright, so I have my tortilla there. I'm just going to fill this up. And then we'll just leave it here for about a minute or two on each side. I've noticed when I do this, it usually cooks, it needs about 2 minutes on the first side. And then when I flip it, it's usually done in about a minute. It just takes a little bit for the pan to heat up. So know your kitchen equipment is my recommendation as far as how long we'll leave this on the burner here. Okay, and while this is cooking, I'll just give you guys a few announcements. So next week, Jen is going to kind of follow our Hispanic Heritage theme with the Mexican chicken stew. So that looks really good. You guys should all tune in for that. And then we just want to say, please fill out our Facebook Live survey that we have pinned to the top of our page. We will be closing that soon, but we really do appreciate your feedback, and it will help us kind of make these videos better in the future. And yeah, that's it. We do appreciate those of you who have already filled it out. That's really, really useful for us. Okay. So when that side is done, you would just flip it over and you would cook the other side. It's not quite done there yet, but I've run out of announcements. So I'll leave a picture of the finished one in the comments for you, but I hope you guys found something new, or at least maybe got an idea from this recipe to kind of add into your own routine of ways to make things a little bit healthier but still enjoy them. All right, Jen, we'll see you next week, and have a great weekend. Bye.